All right, we are back for day two. The 1988 Corvette. I got these bolts here with the Smog stuff. We got the gasket sealer, or gasket maker, I'm sorry. Get this up with one hand. So this is where we left off yesterday. Just putting this stuff back on, reconnecting the fuel lines. Then I gotta top this system off. Well, I gotta drain it and then top it off with new coolant and put that hose on over there. And then we should be good to start it. We gotta check and make sure it has oil. I wanna do an oil change, but I don't think I'm gonna do that yet. I did bring a jack to lift up the front end to get access to the radiator drain plug, but I'm just not really trying to do an oil change today. These should work. They should thread in. Yep, those thread pretty nicely. So these are the new hex flange bolts. Definitely overkill, but I do need something long to get in between here. Tighten this up just a little bit more. That should thread right in. Looks like it's working. So the AutoZone replacement bolts are working. Now this sits like this. It mounts on something down here. I don't know. This mounts on something down here. Maybe it's the fuel line it holds on to. It looks like it should fit snugly over the fuel line, but that seems kind of silly. Oh boy, that's already tight. Okay, so it doesn't need to go in that hard. Those are tight on there already. And then that's a Torx bit. The bracket that holds the fuel lines in place, one of the screws is loose. Now I don't know why the previous owner did that. You don't need to loosen it, so that's a little bit concerning. I don't even know which hose goes to which. I'm assuming this one goes here, and this one goes here. Now I will do a 13 mil wrench. Actually, I don't have a 13 mil, so 14 will work. No, it won't. Thing is dry. All right, so in the process of putting this radiator hose on, I encountered this 5-pin connector here, and I don't know where it goes. I can't find anywhere on the throttle body that it would attach to. So I think this must be the MAF connector. So I'm hoping that's where it goes. All right, we have a small problem. Funnel doesn't fit in there, so I'm just gonna have to pour it in. Smells good. That should be enough to see if it's coming out. All right, I topped off the system with coolant. I still haven't put the intake on, but I'm gonna try and start it without the intake for now, just so we can have that junk out of the way and I have clear view into what's going on down here. This battery is dead and I don't have jumper cables. And I don't think jumping it would be enough anyways because it's been sitting for so long. I have a battery that is this exact size, came out of my friend's Corvette, and it's brand new, so I'm just gonna throw that in there. That's charged up. The problem with these Corvettes is this design. You have to take off this, and then there's a bracket all the way down here that needs to be loosened. The bolts for this are on the back as well. You can see back in here. So we're gonna take this battery out, throw in a new battery, and try and start it up. It's got enough coolant in there that it won't overheat, at least not immediately. Also really wet out here. Good news is I fixed my ratchet. Somehow torquing this ratchet on here got it unstuck. It was seized up. I think this one needs to come off. I guess we'll find out. Alright. Battery out. Get the new one. So this battery is a little bit stronger. Snapple one. It's not brand new, but they're the same size. 800 cranking amps at freezing, so pretty damn good. There we go. buy a Corvette, they said. Where did that even go? All right, we're hooked up. All right. I'm interested to see if we have electrical power with the ignition, or if we have electrical issues that go beyond what I can do. I believe this is the key here. Oh, we got light. Nothing happened when I put the key in the on position. Oh, there we go. Hey, the gauge light's up. Service engine soon, low coolant. I think that's just all the lights. All right, so we got power. I have to uncover this before I turn it over. If it does start, I don't want the exhaust to get stuck under here. So let me pull this off. Unfortunately, I'm gonna make a mess. I know it's not carbureted. Coming off the exhaust, so I'm hoping it was just some spilled oil or coolant, or maybe even just water. Tripod down. All right, good enough for me. What is all this smoke? Can hear these lines. All right, I'm gonna check the oil real quick. I should have done that right before I started it, but I did check it last week and it was fine. Just gonna make sure all looks good with the fluids, and then we'll wrap up here. That's old coolant, okay. All right, well, that's gonna be all for today. It's pretty wet out here, so I don't wanna stay out here working, but she runs. Now we gotta find out if she drives, throw some air in those tires, change the oil, check all the other fluids, and we can get her on the road. Needs new tires too, but that can wait until after the first drive. But yeah, so catch you guys in the next port. We'll go from there.